Salesian nuns provide humanitarian relief in Timor-Leste. The Salesian Sisters of Don Bosco Religious Order have been helping the people of Timor-Leste to better their lives, with about 40% plus at the national poverty line and roughly one-third being chronically food insecure. The group has established a training center that has classes in computing, office management, and sewing to help women gain skills for employment. In addition, a medical clinic serves over 9,000 people each year and is supported by the Australian Salesian Missions Overseas Fund. The facility is primarily dedicated to treating mothers and children, as well as has a mobile clinic to provide healthcare in outlying villages. Our humble gratitude, nuns of the Salesian Sisters of Don Bosco, for dedicating your lives to helping others. In God's magnanimous upliftment, may your shining example of love in action encourage all to live in service of humankind.
Powerful storm impacts parts of Europe. In October 2021, a potent storm called Aurore swept through Germany, France, Poland, the Netherlands, Belgium, the Czech Republic, and the United Kingdom, which resulted in 4 deaths in Poland and extensive destruction of property. The strong winds of up to 175 kilometers per hour caused over 500,000 people to be without power. A van was blown off the road in Poland, house walls and roofs were destroyed, trees were blown over, and more. Electricity and emergency personnel worked tirelessly to repair the damage as well as restore rail transport and other services. We pray that the families of those who lost their lives in the storm are comforted and that normality soon returns to the affected areas. In the grace of heaven, may the climate soon stabilize as humanity chooses the loving energy of plant-based food.
Girls attend high school again in certain areas of Afghanistan. Female students have started returning to some secondary schools in the northern Kunduz province and in Herat, a city in the western part of the country, as the national government continues to work on its plan to eventually allow all girls to resume schooling. Primary schools have not experienced any disruption in activities so far, but female students' education from grades 7 to 12 has seen a pause due to the Taliban's requirement that males and females be separated. The government has also started calling some female government employees back to work, and a backlog of salaries are to be paid. We are happy to hear that the intelligent girls of Afghanistan are returning to school and some women are able to work again. Surely all girls and women allowed to do so will contribute greatly to Afghan society with their immense talents. In Allah's infinite love, may a brighter future await the lovely people of Afghanistan.
Researchers in United States invent new wearable device that forecasts epileptic seizures. A recent study by the Mayo Clinic involved patients with epilepsy who wore a wrist device that collected information about the person's blood flow, heart rate, body temperature, skin condition, and movement. This information was fed into an artificial intelligence algorithm to analyze patterns associated with seizure events. The device was then able to identify when a seizure was forthcoming and send a warning to the user 30 minutes beforehand. The study concluded that this is a promising tool which could help people living with medication-resistant epilepsy react quicker by administering a fast-acting medication or increasing neuromodulation therapy, and thus minimize or avoid a seizure. Wow, what a life-changing invention! Thank you, Mayo Clinic and all researchers involved, for sharing the news of this exciting medical development. May such beneficial advancements soon be available worldwide in celestial benediction.
Young Australian girl saves 6-year-old boy from drowning. Courageous 11-year-old Madison Jennings from Mackay, Queensland, Australia, came to the rescue when her younger cousin was drowning in a residential pool. Seeing him unconscious, she pulled him out of the water and yelled for help. Nearby adults called emergency services and performed cardiopulmonary resuscitation or CPR on him while paramedics were on the way. Luckily, his life was saved and he is reportedly recovering well. For her bravery and prompt reaction, Madison received a certificate of appreciation from the Queensland Ambulance Service. The organization's Central Region Assistant Commissioner, Robbie Medlin, who presented the award, praised her actions as an incredible feat given her age and noted every second counts in situations like these. Our admiration, Madison Jennings, for your selfless, quick steps in a time of need, and we wish your cousin the best of health. In heaven's watchful gaze, may the life-saving paramedics and all who take the initiative to look after their neighbors be immensely blessed.
Plant-based diet brings relief to migraine sufferer in U.S. A 67-year young photographer who had experienced frequent and debilitating migraines for more than a decade found that within a month of starting a whole food plant-based diet rich in dark green leafy vegetables, his migraines significantly decreased and disappeared after 3 months. He followed the low inflammatory foods every day or LIFE diet, which includes a daily consumption of at least 5 ounces of dark green leafy vegetables, such as kale, watercress, and spinach, along with drinking a 1-liter green smoothie. The man, who had previously tried other remedies, including medications that did not work, has now been migraine-free for over 7 years. His case has led health experts to call for more research on this promising avenue. We rejoice upon hearing of this example of wonderful natural healing. May people everywhere experience the multiple benefits of switching to a healthy plant-based lifestyle in the goodness of the Providence.
British Columbia becomes first Canadian province to ban raising mink persons for fur. The British Columbia government has announced a phasing out of all 9 mink-people raising facilities in the province due to the risk of spreading COVID-19, which has already occurred to mink persons and workers at these sites. The new rule will permanently ban these heartless businesses by April 2023 and cease all related operations, including the selling of all furs by 2025. Rebecca Aldworth, Executive Director of Humane Society International Canada, praised the prohibition, saying, "Mink farming is exceptionally cruel, intensively confining highly intelligent, semi-aquatic wild animals and denying them their most basic of needs." To support the livelihoods of the individuals affected, the government will aid them in securing other jobs or embarking on new careers and provide access to income protection programs. We applaud the British Columbia government for making such a wise decision. May the lovely mink persons be able to live out their lives in peace and safety in divine compassion.